Mama, na digital blessing. High tech, they rise, no stressing. Money boy on the beat. I see numbers on my screen. Green candles make me lean. My people, them, I got that. Sharp pattern, they confirm. Every trader, they affirm. All time high, no be ceiling. Market makers, them, they feeling. My brother, check the stats. Numbers climbing like that. New record every day. High tech show them the way. You know if we go down, the only up we know. All my people gather around.
All right, I think everything should be working fine. Allow me to quickly confirm how the audio is doing. Okay, it's working. Sorry for a little bit of delay. All right, so we can start. My name is Hightech, of course. I'm the creator of Hightech Meme Coin. And on these live streams, I talk about what just happened today. I don't know why am I so dark now. What just happened today in the cryptocurrency market, what I think about it, and I also explain a little bit about high tech in the meantime. So let's start. Let's go. Let me quickly check if everything is organized here, good enough to show it to you. Okay, it is. All right, guys. So let's move on. So first of all, of course, if you have any questions, ask them. I will see them here in the live chat. I'm live streaming right now to 3 different platforms, to Rumble, of course, YouTube and Twitch. On comments on live chat will be visible from all of those 3. I also posted on my X account about this live stream. Hopefully someone will join. So yeah, so here for example you have one of trades I'm currently in. It's on Portal against USDT. To be honest, to be perfectly honest, I have no idea what Portal is. I I just know it has enough of volatility to be profitable while trading. I always discourage from investing in altcoins. They are much better for trading than for investing. Fortunately or unfortunately, it depends on which side you reside. And yeah, as you see, it's quite nice profit as of now, plus 31%. That definitely nothing to be ashamed of, nothing to be bragging about too much neither. Another one that I have opened is on Fun, which I don't know what it is neither. And this one already gave me a double, and now it's going for a second double. On every single double I'm going to have a TP plus 170% from the entry. So that means after if I were to open this position at the first double right now, it will be at plus 35%. After withdrawing the initial amount, that is more or less what it translates to. Just like it translates to more or less like opening another position with the same size as it was here, but you know, in this case, the risk is already removed because I have withdrawn initial amount already. So, but yeah, counting from here, that will be plus 35%. So quite nice profit too. And again, considering how this chart looks overall in the greater scope, when we move to larger time frames, it has definitely still a lot of room to move up, as you see. It has moved up quite a bit, but I believe it's going to do at least double that, especially in this environment that we are currently because we currently are. Why? Because due to couple of factors. First, actually 3 factors. First, probably you are going to get the rate cuts this month. I think the probability of it happening is very, very high. Not 100%, of course, nothing is 100% certain, but I think like 90% we could go with. That's first. Second, in the Middle East, they agreed to cease fire for the next 60 days, so nothing is going to hit us from there until end of summer, pretty much. And the third one, which I consider the most impactful, is that the big beautiful bill got signed in the United States, and that is a bill for the budget of the United States, and it involves a lot of spending, a lot of public spending. So naturally, in that environment, stocks and what have you, everything just pumps. So crypto will pump obviously as well. So exactly as I was predicting, exactly as I was explaining you guys, third quarter is going to be bullish. At the beginning of second quarter, I forged this theory that the second quarter is going to be much better than everyone expected, and it has been indeed. Everyone was expecting disasters. Instead, we actually bounced back up, and S&P just recent days is just beating one all-time high after another. So definitely, not everyone was seeing that happening. I was seeing it at the beginning of the second quarter. If you don't believe me, move back to my live streams from that time and see for yourself. And yeah, and I said third quarter is going to be even better, right? The third quarter is going to be the fourth quarter of preceding years, right? So in preceding years, fourth quarter was the most bullish quarter of the year. This year, everything points to third quarter to steal that role, right? So this is going to be that trick of the market this year, that first quarter swapped with second and switched places with second, and or shifted, and the third was shifted from fourth, right? So it will definitely catch people off guard, because on fourth quarter probably we are going to see some sort of corrections. I mean, in this context, probably that correction is not going to be cycle ending correction, because of the big beautiful bill. They are going to inject, I think, like $6 trillion into the US economy. So I think it's going to take a while before we get that let's say final effect, final blow to this cycle. But definitely, I think we are going to inflate the prices all over the place. Crypto, I think mainly in the crypto sector, because this one is just the easiest to pump. And sometime fourth quarter we are going to see taking the profits. All right, and using dormant retail that right now is on holidays, right now is taking vacations. They're going to wake up September, October, and they will see all that growth, and they'll think, okay, since it's already has been growing for a couple of hundreds of percents, is only natural that it's going to grow another couple of hundreds of several hundreds of percents. Here I'm being sarcastic, of course. And then they will become the exit liquidity, right? They will become the exit liquidity for big players. But because of so powerful effects of such humongous printing as the one promised in the big beautiful bill, it will probably still not kill not kill the overall uptrend against the US dollar. So yeah, on Bitcoin, I received entry signal on 1 hourly. I'm going to show it to you. It already has taken off a little bit, like 1.5%, not that much as you see. It fired here. So right now, that means I'm in Bitcoin on 15-minute interval, as you see, and 1 hourly, right? Last time I was live streaming on this channel, I was pointing it out that hourly candle has not joined the 15-minute one, but it probably is going to happen. At this point here, I was starting to doubt it a little bit. I was like, maybe we are going to get an exit on 15 minutes and I don't know, maybe fall a little bit lower, then get a rebound and re-enter, and then hourly is going to kick in. But as you see, it did not happen. 15 minute did not get shaken out, pushed out of the trade. It saw through it what this market is about to do, and on top of that, hourly joined the team, joined the game, right? Is on the field with us as we speak. So the signals from the hourly candle are nothing to play with, to joke with. Those are looking after a very powerful momentum. That does not mean they cannot get fake outs, because they get fake outs. They get faked out, those signals, but much less than those coming from 15-minute candles. So that is why, when we consider conditions, low liquidity right now, low liquidity in this context favorites the bulls. I keep repeating it on every single live stream, and so that is why I think this is going to be our farewell from here. So last trade was looking like this. It was plus almost 20%, and now, as you see, we are re-entering the market after a little bit of tumultuous time. We are re-entering the market, and I think we are going to have quite a smooth takeoff from here. I think it's going to have more or less very similar look to what we experienced at last occasion. Maybe even more aggressive, maybe even more dynamic. I'm leaning more towards that, let's say, outcome. Why? Because the closer we are to the top, the faster we will be going. So that is why it should accelerate. Those moves up in between the entry and exit on my system. Those the dynamic of price action should be more and more aggressive. So yeah, I expect it to be a little bit more steep than what we've seen here, and I expect it to the entire trade to be a little bit more squeezed in the time axis. But yeah, at the end of the day, we will see, because only God knows how much room toward upwards we still have left. It could be much more than any one of us expects, because remember that we are measuring it against US dollar, which is probably about to drastically, strongly depreciate. That makes it this moving element that makes all of those things much more difficult to calculate. So yeah, we'll see. So far, as you see, we are moving up, hence the title of this live stream, everything up season. I honestly think this is what we are looking at. This is what we are standing in front of. We are standing in front of everything up season. Everything will be moving up. I think altcoins are very nicely shaken out by now, and they are fully cooked. They are ready to go. Some days ago, I said that probably this low here is the beginning of of the alt season, of that alt season that everyone is talking about, and when they hope for it, and everyone is talking about, and they joke about it, because it has grown to uh, because of last 18 months, it has grown to a status of a meme because it's just not coming right whenever it's just about to start, and a little bit more interest arises around altcoins, then it gets, I mean, people get brutally smacked in the head, and we enter prolonged periods of downtrends, very very brutal downtrends, right? And most of the coins, instead of experiencing their all-time highs, they more and more frequently they experience their all-time lows. So yeah, that one, exactly that one. I expect it to kick off very very soon, because it's going to happen this quarter, right? This quarter is going to absolutely explode, and those that completely lost hope and convinced themselves that nothing is going to happen anymore here are going to get caught off guard in the nastiest manner possible. Okay, let's take a look at this live chat here. Once again, guys, if you have any questions, of course, don't hesitate to ask me here. If you want me to I don't know, comment on something, then feel free. And of course, share, like, and subscribe. That's very important. The more subscribers I have here, the more frequently I will be live streaming. The easier is going to be to get me live streaming, and watch me live, interact with me on the live stream, and yeah. Just remember, I did not do one thing, but okay, whatever. I'll do it later. So yeah. What more I can comment on? Let's go over to S&P. Yeah, so another all-time high, another day, another all-time high. Take a look at this. This is the price section from today. As you see, we went up much more aggressively than yesterday. S&P is literally not stopping. Is not thinking about any rests, and crypto will have to follow, right? Crypto will have to follow. There's no way around it. Gold here, of course. Here I'm discussing tokenized gold. How about this one? This one's having a little bit of a red day today, but throughout the last 4 days, its performance is definitely not the worst. That's for sure. And just today we are having a red day, but I don't think this is going to destroy overall trends here. Given that the dollars will be printed left and right, I don't think we are going to get big gold corrections anymore. Probably in the worst case, we're going to go sideways a little bit, and that's it. So yeah, let's take a look at crypto bubbles. What's going on there? Crypto bubbles. Yeah, so here, as you see, yeah, some green bubbles, very nicely green bubbles, and some red, a little bit of red. So maybe Bitcoin corrected slightly. Let's go over to Bitcoin. Let's see what has happened here. Oh, it's actually not. Actually, it's holding on. I mean, we've been already above 110,000. Right now we are at 109,450 more or less. So maybe that's why altcoins reacted. Some altcoins overreacted a little bit to it. But as you see, there is still a lot of nicely green bubbles, big green bubbles, and I think it is going to. We are going to see much more of it happening in literally upcoming days. I think the wait time is over. Pretty much. Let's take a look at Crypto Fear and Greed Index. This one is at 54. Yesterday was at 46. So eight points up. This is actually a read from yesterday because this index lags always one day. So today I'm guessing it could be more or less the same because we have a little bit, as you see, we have a little bit of a chop. Let's see levels of liquidations, probably slightly higher. Not really. Very low. Oh my God, very low. $60 million on Bitcoin for last 24 hours. Very low. So, but that's good. That's good. That's actually good. In this market context, this is actually good that we are running on low liquidity. I don't know. I know it's counterintuitive, but that's the way it is. Memecoin and Memecoin search term, they're picking up as you see from 13 last week to 23 this week. A very strong difference, very big difference in between. Same story here. 15 last week, 26 this week on Memecoin. Those two search terms, they are showing us the earliest what is going on around cryptocurrencies. Is there any interest coming back to us? And as you see, it is. So that's why do not hesitate, do not wait too long. Get yourself a little bit of high tech. My meme coin. This is a still very tiny meme coin. There's only like 51 investors so far. Markets like this you should always measure by investors, not by market capitalization. That one can change. In this case, for example, most of tokens I'm going to burn anyway. So don't look at capitalization because it will fool you big time. Look at the liquidity, look at the investors. So this one is very tiny. It means that you're very early. If you allocate here literally $1, $2 or $3, it means you're very early, a very early stretch of lifespan of this coin. Obviously, that is kind of a market you are looking after. You want to be in a given market when it's early, right? So here I present you probably one of the biggest opportunities on the internet right now. That is what I believe. Link in the description section of this live stream. And this is on Solana, so whatever you have on Solana, you can swap for it. And yeah, I think within the upcoming several months is going to serve you amazingly well. So yeah, okay, what else can I look at here? Let me think. Bitcoin dominance. Let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance. Let's take a look at it on the daily. Here it is. And yeah, yesterday was a red day. Today is going to have a little bit of a recovery. 65, above 65%, that's already very high. And as you see, it's struggling a little bit. We could even try to distinct head and shoulders formation here. Any kind of bearish formation, even though this chart has been trolling me hard for last year, for recent many months, it has been trolling me really hard. The general rule is the higher we are, the more benefit of a doubt you should be assigning to whatever bearish structures that you can distinct, right? You can recognize. So here we have one, meaning that the odds behind this thing actually resolving and reaching the target are quite high. So I'm going with it. I think we are going to see Bitcoin dominance completely collapsing. Even I go as far as to claim until the next week. Sorry, the end of next week. Until the end of next week, I think the odds are hugely favoring this thing completely, completely reducing itself to ashes. Okay, USDTD maybe. Let's revisit it. And here, yeah, kind of a similar setup to a certain extent. I think we also can talk about Head and Shoulders here. As you see, we had an attempt to get back above 488, as you see here, for the 88 level, but it got smacked right in the head. That is literally what we want to see, because those charts that we want to look bad are Bitcoin dominance and USDT dominance, right? Sorry, we want them to look bad, right? It's this one starts to give us more and more merit that it's turning around to head home again. It has not happened yet, because so far we still have this trajectory of higher highs and higher lows, which I don't like here. But like I said, with every single bearish formation, we should be hoping for the best, given where Bitcoin dominance is standing. It's definitely favoring growth of altcoins. The altcoin aggregated chart, which is others, definitely looks like it sat on some solid support, so it should be in position of strength for growth. So yeah, from this one we don't really see it very clearly for now. It would be much nicer to see it, breaking this structure that has built up here, and then it would serve us as a very nice confirmation for the entire picture. But apparently we'll have to wait a little bit for that to become a little bit more legible. But I'm fairly convinced that we're going to see it much sooner than many expect. All right. Yeah, so if it comes to the charts, I think this is all I wanted to discuss for today. This one is looking really good, to be honest. Really, really good. Maybe let's switch back to 50-minute. So yeah, I think we are getting really, really close finally to our alt season. What day is today? Today is Thursday. So yeah, I think until the end of next week, this thing is going to be blazing fire right here. We're going to see many bubbles above 100%. I think we are going to see an absolute explosion in the altcoin, meme coin and altcoin market. So that's why don't wait, guys, don't wait. Get yourself something small here. You don't have to invest much. It will still make you money. You can literally put one USDT here and it will still do the job. So link in the description section of this live stream. Don't fade it, because you already have done it once when it was at around $1. I was telling you guys, get yourself one HITECH, okay, for $1. It's going to be money. I guarantee you it's going to be money. And right now, $134. $134 out of $1 was possible to make here. Right? Just following what I have to say. Just going with what I'm offering here, right? So it's so easy. And the same is now. It's still very early. This is still completely nothing. In, let's say, I don't know, 1 year, I will be telling you this will be like way higher, and I will be literally telling you the same I'm telling you right now about when this coin was costing $1, $2, $3. I will be telling you remember when I was telling you to get into it when it was about at 130, $140. You remember I was telling you to do that. I'll be repeating it for the second time. That it's one of the easiest trades on the whole internet right now. Okay, let's go over to X. Let's see what the internet is talking about, what the crypto X is talking about today. What's one lesson you learned the hard way in crypto? That is not as people claim it to be, and you still must take your time when you deal with it. And it's very good to actually understand what you are doing when you are trying to manage it. Meet Kevin says Hakim and speech. I don't know who Hakim is. Justin, Circle means another 250 million USDC on Solana. Okay, but it's not impressing us since USDT keeps printing billions, sometimes even a couple of billions in one shot. Odo and Pantera Capital have earmarked 250 million to accelerate RWAs, real world asset tokenization on blockchain. Okay. That one is RWAs are a little bit problematic because they're highly dependent on regulation side of things. So it's very easy to destroy a certain regulator. It's very, very easy. What the hell is this? New summer activity just dropped. What the hell is this? That's funny. Looks funny. Okay. Let's move on. Would you do 5 years in prison if you got 5 million when you got out? No, absolutely not. 5 million for 5 years of life is nothing. It's peanuts. Mario Nofol. Errol Musk. Elon is a smart guy. Don't ignore what he says. My son is a very straightforward individual, so it's difficult not to take note of what he says because he's not a fool. He doesn't mess with words. He says what he means and says what he feels. Okay. All right. Yeah, definitely. I mean, what I agree with Elon Musk on everything. Let me point that one out. But I cannot disrespect someone who speaks their mind right at times, right? Because it takes courage. You have to take all of the backlash or all of the pushback. You can step on somebody's toes from time to time. You can make some new enemies. That definitely to speak your mind and take the consequences of it. Bear with the consequences of it. I have here a lot of silly stuff. Oh my god, what's going on here? 2017 again. It's not, but kind of a growth we are going to see. Is will it be able to match what we've seen 2017? Maybe. I mean, injecting $6 trillion into the U.S. economy. Yeah, it can definitely give us very spectacular, speculative bubbles, here and there. What else? Not much, yeah? So it's about to teleport to 200 plus dollars. Yeah, one of the biggest stories of Solana recent days is that there is quite few tokenized stocks that popped up on Solana, and they are already traded. And to be honest, it gives me pressure to make extension for my trading system to actually be able to trade on Solana network. on liquidity pools there because yeah, that thing is going to take off. I mean, there will be more and more tokenized stocks, tokenized assets on Solana. Solana is actually the only network today nowadays that is able to handle global traffic, so it will become very dominant in that area. It will probably literally retire tier one exchanges. So I think the smartest thing to do is just to make an extension for it as soon as possible and slowly forget about taxes, which is a good thing because what is draining me is that you know taxes recent months they deal a lot with regulators. Regulators come up with different rules. They have to change, exchanges have to change APIs, then I have to adjust those APIs to those changes, and just I keep they keep adding me work for free, right? So that's literally pain in the bottom. If I fully switch over to a solid sex, sorry, DEX, so a solid DEX, and just forget about sexes, then I don't have to deal with that anymore. The only issue to me is the difference in liquidity, right? Still, sexes they have much more liquidity, but that one is it's slowly changing, and thanks to liquidity pools, there is no empty order books anymore, like it used to be, back in the day when DEXs were also relying on order books. So yeah, bears make me laugh, Bad data, recession incoming, sell, sell, sell. Good data, cut, sell, sell, sell. Meanwhile, stocks, yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's why you should never be a perma bear, neither a perma bull. You just must know what to do and when. Otherwise, one way or the other, you are going to get wrecked. Okay. All right, guys. Allow me to wrap it up. Not much, Not much today when it comes to stories. I mean, most of what has happened in the news dimension recent days, I already mentioned, which is the ceasefire, in the Middle East, tokenized stocks, approval of the big beautiful bill. Those are most important news from recent days, and it's all bullish. It's all bullish. That is why S&P keeps climbing up. Crypto will catch up in a big manner. This time with altcoins, I think, in the most noticeable way possible. So yeah, I think right now you should focus actually on altcoins. You should not be chasing what is going on with Bitcoin because altcoins will catch up. So this is the time to allocate into meme coins and altcoins, and like I said, in my eyes, biggest no-brainer on the internet right now is this coin here, HITECH. If you want to get yourself a little bit of it, go to the description section of this live stream, and you will find a link to this liquidity pool here, and it's very easy to get yourself a little bit of it. So guys, thank you for your time. Then share, like, and subscribe, and I see you sometime soon. Cheers.